she's startled, but she then introduces herself because he's asked a question, and she says the way Sita introduces herself is not that I'm Sita, I'm the wife of Rama. She first starts by saying, I am Sita, I am the daughter-in-law of Dasharatha, I am the daughter of King Janaka, and then she says, I am the wife of Rama. So even in the way she introduces herself, she says, my family is first and foremost my in-laws. So I'm almost like the daughter or the daughter-in-law of the Ikshwaku clan. And then she kind of talks to him and she tells what all had happened. And both of them briefly speak about the one person that they are both who's extremely dear to them. Now, till this time, Hanuman was primarily a devotee of Rama, but from this stage, he has shifted parties. His loyalties have now shifted. For him now, Sitamma is like his most favorite, and he realizes that this is what he needs. But Sita is still trying to kind of confirm, and she says, she asks him a question: how can Vanaranam Naranam cha Khatamasi Samagama? She says, how can there be friendship between a Nara and a Vanara? I can imagine any other human being coming there. And actually what she's trying to say is there is almost, there is a hidden pact. Because one of the things Rama and Sita had a pact was, Rama will not go about making friendships without Sita first having at least cast a glance on them, or first Sita having looked at them. Right? One of the many arrangements that they had. So she's saying, who is this person? I have never seen you. And now Rama is going about making different alliances. Who are you? Hanuman understands the hidden point that she is trying to say, and he says, Mate, you don't realize this. And he briefly describes the plight of Sugriva, where he says when he was running away from Vali and we were in the Rishyamukha mountain, Angada, Jambavan, myself, Nala, Neela, we were all completely without direction. We were walking around for many, many months. And one day we saw a lady being, flying up in the sky in a Pushpaka Vimanam, and that lady threw some jewels there, right? I believe it was you, because that day your glance fell upon us. It's only because your glance fell upon us that our fortunes changed. And so effectively, is without kind of directly answering it, he tells us, don't worry, Mother, Rama has not broken any of your hidden agreement that you have had. You are the first one to see us, and only after that Rama has come and seen us. Sita, and he says after that we had the good fortune of meeting Rama, and then so Sita then says, so if you have actually seen Rama, you've been with him, prove it to me. Tell me, what does Rama look like? Tell me what's his complexion, what are his eyes like? Describe Rama to me. So there is a whole Sargam Valmiki devotes to Rama Saundarya, and I'm going to chant one or two verses from there. Hanuman says, Rama Kamalapatraksha Sarva Sattva Manoharaha Rupadakshinya Sampannaha Prasuto Janakatmaje. He says, oh Janakatmaje, oh daughter of Janaka, Rama's eyes are like lotus petals. Okay? And in fact, he says, I can't even compare Rama's eyes to lotus petals, because the lilies are then arguing with me saying, why are you only saying Rama's eyes are like lotus? Why not like lilies? So there is a competition between the different flowers as to why Rama's eyes cannot be like them. And then he says, even if you say this is like lotus petals, you may have seen one lotus, two lotus. Have you seen a lotus within a lotus? That's very rare. So Rama's face itself is like a lotus, and in that there are two lotuses. So Rama is not like an ordinary lotus, Rama is like that. And he starts to describe different things. He says Rama's face is a Ramachandram, like a comparison to the moon. But that is also not correct, because the moon has got blemish. Rama is blemishless. The moon goes through waxing and waning, it becomes small. But Rama's his luster is ever there. So he starts to describe, and this is the first time, it's almost like a shower of happiness and grace that kind of descends upon Sita as she is listening to all of the one that has happened so far. And then finally he says, Mate, by then he can see that Sita is reasonably convinced, because he has described Rama, he has chanted his name, he has also very tactfully addressed. We saw in Kishkinda Kanda, the first time Rama and Hanuman meet, how that conversation goes. Again here, very tactfully, very endearing, Hanuman has done that. But he now has the final thing to also do, right? He has got the ring from Rama. So he now says, Vanaroham Mahabhage Duto Ramasya Dhimatah. I'm the envoy of Rama. Ramanam Ankitam Chedam. Ankitam, the ring. Pashya Deva Devyanguliyakam. He says, I've got Ankitam. So the ring of Rama, which has the name Rama written on it. So sometimes in our wedding rings, etc., we'll have the first letter written, R, S, etc. In Rama's ring, the name Rama itself is written to it. And he now gives that ring to Sita. But they say the way normally we would give a ring is, somebody wanted to give the ring, he will give it like this and Sita will have to take it. But Hanuman keeps the ring like this so Sita can take it. And they say even in that, there's a very thoughtful act. Because if he gives it like this and Sita were to take it, it will almost amount to him giving Diksha to Sita. And the commentators say that, children can take Diksha from parents, but children should never make their parents even inadvertently ask for something. So Hanuman is so, even in the middle of all of that stress, he's so thoughtful about these small things that he doesn't want Sita's hand to kind of come here that he has to give. So he puts it in his hand and says, Mate, you see the ring. And Sita sees the ring, and that's like the final thing that she needed for any kind of proof. And they say there are she is overjoyed. The commentators say that there are two reasons why she is overjoyed. First thing is because this ring was given to Rama by Janaka at the time of marriage. So in a way it is her father's side thing. So she is very happy at seeing that, and she is glad that Rama may have lost his wife, but at least he has not lost the ring. Right? Some husbands do that, but Rama that way has been very, very sensible. He's kept the ring, so she is very happy with that. The other thing, seeing the ring reminds her of another time when Rama and Sita had been briefly separated and the ring got them together. So this happens in Chitrakuta when Rama, Lakshmana and Sita are together. They are serving their time in the forest, and as part of Lakshmana has no time. Lakshmana is the busiest person in that. He has to wash the clothes, he has to cook the food. He's got because for Rama and Sita, Lakshmana had come there with saying that I am here to do all your chores, right? So here he was carrying all the stuff, he was making breakfast, he was taking care of, he was going out getting, they did not even have microwave or anything. He had to go get the wood, he had to cut the trees, chop the wood, burn, make food, clean the dishes, everything. Mate, what would you like for tomorrow? Breakfast, lunch, everything will be done. Lakshmana is like super busy in that time. Rama and Sita were playing something. And in that play, I think this is a game where like a Ludo or chess type thing where Rama is about to lose. So something happened that Rama kind of disturbs the coin setting. So Sita gets really angry at him and she says, this is not fair. I think you did this on purpose because you are about to lose. So I'm not going to speak to you. And Rama thinks, this is such a silly reason to kind of get angry with me. Okay, if you want to speak, I will also not speak. Sita is not speaking, Rama is not speaking. So now overtime for Lakshmana. Because when he comes to, he says, Mate, food is ready. Please also will you go and tell me? You go and tell him. Tell him food is ready. He goes, he says, Bhaiya, food is ready. Will you come and join? Tell her I will eat later. And Lakshmana is like, as if I don't have enough work. Now I'm going to ping pong between the two of you. But he cannot obviously argue or say anything. So he is also wondering what happens. 1 day passes, 2 days passes. Both are uncomfortable, but Rama is now feeling even more anxious. He's saying, without speaking with Sita, how will I manage? So then he realizes he can't, obviously, he doesn't want to go and just apologize directly. So he has this idea. He takes that ring and on the Godavari river, he hides it a bit under the sand and he starts saying, oh, my father-in-law had given me this ring. I think I misplaced it somewhere. I'm not sure where that ring is. If anybody here feels like they want to help me, maybe they can. And Sita, the moment she hears about the ring, she's like, what? Father's ring? And she also looks, Rama's looking, and finally she finds it. Hey, Rama, see, I found the ring. And then he's, exactly, where was it? Oh, out there. And then they start talking. She also forgets. And Lakshmana is the happiest of them all, saying, thank God, please don't fight while you're here. But Sita remembers that incident and she says, it's the same ring that got us together at the time when we were fighting. And all these years later, when we are, miles away from each other, this ring has united us. So she is extremely delighted on seeing the ring. And then finally, the Valmiki says, Grihitva prekshamanasa bhartu karavibhushanam. So that ring, looking at the ring which used to adorn the hand of her husband, Bhartaramiva samprapta Janaki mudita bhavad. So she felt almost like her husband had arrived. Okay, Sita is almost blushing seeing that ring because all of these memories come back to her. And Sita praises Hanuman and she says, Hanuman, you are truly powerful. Vikrantasthvam samarthastvam prajnastvam vanarottamam. So you are not just powerful, you are samarthastvam, you are extremely capable, and prajnastvam, you are very talented, and uttamam among all the vanaras. You are the best among all the vanaras. Yenedam rakshasapadam tvayaikena pradharshitam. So you are able to penetrate into this palace of Rakshasas all by yourself. Now she is now saying, from that stage of almost wanting to commit suicide to that stage of, is this really Rama's Duta, to now feeling overjoyed at getting the proof and having the confidence that Rama is finally sent, suddenly Sita gets another wave of insecurity coming in. And she's thinking to say, I hope Raghava has not stopped, Raghava has not ceased to love me because I'm far away, right? Why has it taken Rama so long? Because I know him that if he wants, he can, bring heaven and earth together, but why has it taken so long? And Hanuman comforts her to say, Mate, it is not that Rama has not been able to come. Till now we have not known where you were. So all our search and attempt in the last few months has just been to even find out which part of the earth are you in. So that's why he has sent me. Now that I am here, that's the final thing that is needed. I am now going to go back, and we have a whole battalion of Vanaras, bears, and with Rama, Lakshmana and Sugriva we will all come here. And he is also saying, you are thinking Rama is distracted. He says Rama is not even able to, Rama is walking around like a man who has, he's inconsolable, right? He wakes up, he doesn't sleep properly, he's not eating well. He's just about managing to kind of do what is needed to get by. He will sleep and suddenly he will wake up and shout Sita, Sita. Whenever he sees anything beautiful, it will remind him of you and he'll again start crying. So Rama is not the Rama that you have known. He's really heartbroken. He's not taking care of himself. And Sita, a part of Sita is sad, but a part of her is also feeling happy. In the sense that because in those times it was quite common for kings when, to have multiple wives. So even if the first wife is not lost, it's not like, it's not like you lose one, you get one. It is, even if you have one, you can get one more. So here, of course, he's saying, Rama 10 months, he may have kind of said, okay, tough luck, I'll go. But, Rama had taken that Ekapatni Vratam. So she is very happy at one end to say, Rama is still having the same intensity of love for me. He is still going to come back. And then at that time, Sita reminds Hanuman, he says, Hanuman, listen, 10 months have passed now, right? And this Ravana, you may have heard, has given me 2 months time. But I am not waiting for 2 months. I've got 1 month, you have to go and tell Rama. 1 month, if he does not come, defeat Ravana in battle and claim me, I can assure you, you will not see me alive. Okay? So that is the 1 month I'm giving you. And at that time, Hanuman says, Mother, don't worry at all. You can just come sit on me. We don't even have to wait for Rama to come, and none of that needs to happen. I can take you, like just fly. Like how we'll go on a bike. And then Sita says, did Rama ask you to bring me back? Hanuman says, no, he just asked me to come see. He says, if Rama wanted you to bring me back, he would have said so. The fact that he has not, because he has his own plans. And also she says, Hanuman, imagine what will people say in the future. They will say, one Rakshasa came, abducted Sita and got her to Lanka. A Vanara came, rescued Sita and took her back to Rama. What was Rama doing with that big Kodanda bow of his? He's supposed to be a big Parakrama, he's a big hero, but he was sitting there, people were doing stuff. He said, this is Rama's glory. it is his duty that he has to come and rescue. It's not that you cannot do it. I have full faith in you, but this is something only Rama should come, and we will wait for him. And then Hanuman says, Mother, before I go, how will I? Rama will ask me. He gave me a ring to give it to you. How do I prove to Rama that I have seen you? It can't just be on my just because I am saying it. So Sita at that time removes the chudamani from her head, like a hair clip, and she gives it to Hanuman. But she also tells him there is one incident that only Rama and myself know. Even Lakshmana does not know. So if Rama needs, you can tell him. And she tells the incident of Kakasura. So Kakasura was the son of Indra in the form of a crow. And he had, at a time when I think Rama was lying down on Sita's lap, they were in Chitrakuta. This Kakasura he was coming and pecking at Sita. Sita was trying to hush him away, but he was adamant, he was still hovering around. And he bites Sita on her chest and blood starts to ooze out. So Sita was obviously concerned that she should not disturb Rama, but one drop falls and Rama wakes up. And he looks around to see what has happened, and he sees that crow that is doing it. Rama is not carrying his bow, arrow, anything. He takes a blade of grass and he invokes the Brahmastra mantra on it, right? And he sends it like an arrow towards that crow. And that Kakasura is now flying. He goes to Indra, he goes to Brahma. All of them have disowned. They say nothing that we can do here because you have, first of all, it's your mistake, but we cannot intervene. Even his father says, sorry, I don't know who you are. So Indra says, tough luck, go do what you have to. Finally, that Kakasura comes and falls at Rama's feet and says, my mistake, I apologize, but the Brahmastra has been let, so it cannot be taken back. So he says, okay, take one of my eyes, and then he goes away. So Sita says, for that one crow, that one Kakasura biting me and one drop falling, Rama sent the Brahmastra. This Rakshasa has captured me for 10 months. And again, why has it become? Again, Hanuman reassures her and he says, don't worry, he is in just a matter of time that I will be coming. And he says, right now, before he says, so he's done, he's communicated, he has given Sita the comfort. And then Hanuman says, at this stage, I could leave, but having come here, a good messenger is one who does a little more than what he is asked to. So having come here, before Rama and everybody come here, I need to get a sense of Ravana's army, his prowess, and maybe if I can, maybe even try advising him one final time on my side. So he says, I've got some more time, let me quickly do that. He tells mother, I'm hungry, I will go and eat something. And as he's sitting on the Ashokavana, as a monkey, right, he starts to shake the trees, stuff fall out, all the birds and those creatures are all still sleeping. He starts to create a havoc in Ashokavana. Now, hearing all that, the Rakshasis get up and they are looking and they are trying to catch Hanuman through ropes and they're trying to throw stones. Nothing works. All of that is going on. Hanuman has effectively made a mess of that Ashokavana. And the Rakshasis go towards Ravana and says, there's a monkey there, and we saw the monkey talking to Sita also. I don't know who it is, but we just need to come fast and send some armies. 80,000 Rakshasas come in the first battalion. There are 5 such batches in which Rakshasas are being sent. Hanuman is very happy. He says, good, let me kind of take one batch out before Yuddha-kandam starts. So, and as he's saying, he's now shouting, right? He's saying, Rama with his brother Lakshmana is with his friend Sugriva, and victory to him. I am Hanuman, the son of Vayu, I am the slave of Rama. Not even 1,000 Ravanas are capable of withstanding me and my powers. I will return only after making Lanka shed tears of frustration. So 80,000 Rakshasas are killed. Jambumali, one of the ministers, is killed. One of the important characters here is Ravana's own son called Aksha or Aksha Kumara. Aksha is also killed. And that is the first time Ravana thinks, oh my god, this is not just like some random monkey out here. And Ravana's other son, Indrajit. So the name Indrajit itself means one who has conquered Indra. Jit, he has been able to conquer Indra. He comes. And Indrajit, looking at all the chaos out there, he realizes it's not time to argue. He lets out the Brahmastra on Hanuman. Now, you may remember 2 weeks ago when we were talking about the powers of Hanuman, when he was hit on the chin by Indra's Vajra, different deities had given different boons to Hanuman. One of them was from Brahmaji also, to that even the Brahmastra will not be capable of tying you. But Hanuman being Hanuman, he said, Brahma is a senior citizen, we should respect him. So at least I should not let Brahmastra's power look like it has no effect on me. So he kind of just prostrate, Brahmastra ties a loose, like a thread-like ring around him. And at that time, all the Rakshasi, they were waiting just for that. They have already gotten their, little soda bottle tires and, courier ropes and all that. They come and they tie Hanuman around it. The Brahmastra sees all these other ropes have come. He says, I have no place to be here. And the Brahmastra leaves and Indrajit is like, before he could say anything, all these Rakshasis have come and they think they have tied it. And Hanuman is not responding, and they take Hanuman to Ravana's court. Now, even this small thing about the Brahmastra leaving when the other ropes are tied, why does that happen? Why can't the Brahmastra remain with the other ropes? So why? It is there anyway, so the other ropes are also there.
It's undermining Brahmastra.
Exactly. So they say it's a bit like bhakti also, right? He says if from a bhakti perspective, the word often uses ananya bhakti, which is there is none other. Right? So if you are saying I've got this problem, I've got this need, and you are trusting the Lord, and after that you say, but who knows? This is peak season for Lord. Maybe I should also take 3-4 other hedge my bets. Then the Lord says, okay, then you try your other bets. Whereas if you say my Sharanagati is only to you, I have no other refuge. You are the only one. That's the only time when it works best. But most of us, we are so used to kind of having plan B, plan C, plan D, that then that doesn't always work in our case. So even in the small example of the Brahmastra says, I have no ear, Indrajit realizes that. When he says the Brahmastra effect has gone away, but Hanuman is lying there. They now take him, and Hanuman was exactly waiting for that. So he's eager to see what Ravana is going to do, and that conversation between Hanuman and Ravana we will see next week. Close with Hanuman Chalisa. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Yaman Guru Sudhari Varno Raghuvar Vimal Jasu Jodayak Palchari Buddhihin Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi Harahu Kalesha Vikar Jai Hanuman Gyan Gur Sagar Jai Kabir Singh Loka Ujar Ramadutra Tulid Baladam Anjali Putra Pavan Sudram Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi Kumadi Nivar Sumati Ke Sangi Kanchan Varan Viraj Sumesha Anand Kundal Kunchit Kesa At Vajra Bhaja Viraj Ande Munj Jane Ho Saj Shankar Suvan Kesari Nandal Tej Pratap Mahajagavant Vidyavan Guni Adhikadur Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Prabhu Charitra Sunibe Ko Rasiya Ram Lakshman Sita Manasiya Sukshma Rupa Dhari Siya Dikhawa Vikata Rupa Dhari Rankara Bhima Rupa Dhari Samari Ramachandra Ke Kaasam Raya Sajivan Lakhan Ki Aayi Shri Raghuveer Har Shiv Rai Raghupati Devi Bahut Badai Tum Mam Priya Bharat Samukhay Sas Badan Tum Rojas Gaave As Shri Sipati Kanth Lagav Sankadik Brahmadi Munisha Narad Sarad Sri Raisa Yam Ved Digpal Jamat Kavi Govid Kai Sake Kamat Tum Upkar Sugrivan Kina Ram Milay Rajpad Singh Tumro Mantra Vibhishan Mana Lankeshwar Bhai Sab Jag Jana Yug Sahasra Yojan Varvan Elyo Dadi Mandir Paljan Prabhu Muntrika Vingumani Jagdilangi Gai Hasrajana Durgam Kaj Jagat Ke Jaite Sugam Manugrah Tumre Ke Ram Duare Tumra Kumare Kotna Agya Bin Paisar Sab Sudhanai Tumhari Sharanam Tum Kahu Kodar Apan Tej Samaro Apan Tino Lok Ankte Kapai Bhut पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे। महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा। जप निरंतर हनुमत वीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे। अंतर वचन ध्यान जोरा, सब पर नाम तपस्वी राजा। उनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई गावे। सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा। है पर सिद्धि जगत तुझिया, साधु संत के सुमिरन गावे। असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे, अश्व सिद्धि नव सिद्धि दाता। बलवीर जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पास। सदा रहो रघुपति के दास, तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे। अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाए, जन हरि भक्त का। और देवता चित्त न धरे, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करे। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलवीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटहि महासुख होय। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरिचेर, विजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लक्ष्मी सीता सहित, हृदय बसु सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।